The fucking prince was there.
Did you ever see what Epstein's cellmate looked like?
No.
Bro. Ready for this? His cellmate is this giant Italian guy who was a cop, who was a dirty cop, and I think was in there for murder. I think it was like a bad drug deal or some shit. Let's find the details in this. But when you see what this guy looked like, you're like, are you fucking kidding me? He looks like The Rock.
Right.
The guy's giant. And this is the cellmate. You put a murderer in with the guy who's the most high-profile witness and defendant in history, dealing with a sex slave operation for elites, and you left him in there with a giant murderer?
Right. There should be a guard around him at all times. But they knew they were going to liquidate him. Like,
you know what
almost immediately.
You got an image of him, Jamie?
I was digging through details of what he did that I didn't remember. I don't remember
What the
hearing.
cop did?
Yeah, he had 4 life sentences.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, but let's show the picture
Well,
of him. The picture's insane. When you see what he looks like, you're like, this guy looks like a heavyweight MMA fighter.
Right. They were just waiting for him to die.
Bro, he literally looks like a gorilla. Look at him. Far right picture. That one, yeah. Look at the size of this guy. Imagine, someone got strangled to death and this guy's the cellmate? Nothing to see here, folks. Look at the size of the fucking guy. Ex-Westchester cop gets 4 life terms in prison for quadruple homicide. So he's already in jail for 4 life sentences. All you have to do is give him tuna fish. You get tuna from the commissary. Just kill this guy.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to get? We're going to get you hookers every month. We'll bring in a hooker. What are you going to get?
Damn.
I mean, I'm not saying that happened.
I mean...
But I'm saying if a guy is in jail for 4 life sentences, like, that would be a good guy to hire.
One of them was strangling someone to death with a zip tie.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
He's
wow.
good at it. He's good at it. Jesus Christ. He strangled someone to death with a zip tie.
tortured him.
What is his name?
Martin Luna.
Tartaglione. Tartaglione. He's like, that's like a character in a bad
So
novel.
strong man that, though, he wasn't technically his cellmate at the time of the death. He was moved.
Hey, they moved me. Don't worry about it. I wasn't even there, bro. I wasn't even there. I was just 2 cells down, and my door was locked for sure.
I mean, you can't tell because the video's gone, but I'm
Listen,
stuck there.
If they have video, I mean, please show it so I can prove my innocence. You know, meanwhile, now he's got fucking sandwiches. Jimmy John's gets delivered to prison. He's eating great.
Extra yard time.
He's got a fucking laptop in his room. Like, what's going on? You know, you remember in Goodfellas where they had like their own special prison? Apparently that was real. They used to really have it set up like that.
That makes sense.
Where like mob guys would pay people off, so when they went to prison, they had like a big prison cell and they would cook in there and they would do a bunch of shit. Like for real, they just had to stay there and hang out with each other.
Yeah, dude, it's so great. Corruption is always corruption, huh?
Corruption is always
It's
corruption,
always
man.
there's no way around it. It's just a part of our reality.
Yeah, it's always corruption. I was reading about this famous Mexican singer who was supposed to be playing in Dallas. He had a 50,000 seat place. He was doing the place where like the Cowboys play, and they canceled his visa.
Really?
Yeah, because he sings those narco songs. Yeah, and one of the which are apparently like it's gangsta rap.
Right.
It's the Mexican version of gangsta rap.
Yes.
But gangsta rap is fine.
Yeah. It's like
Gangster weird, right?
Yeah,
a little weird.
That's truly the reason, just because he sang the narco song.
Well, he did, and he had an image of one of the guys at his concert while he was like singing the song. There was an image of one of the head guys.
Yeah, well, I think to sing one of those narco songs, you need to get it like approved by the guy.
Yeah.
So it's like the part of the whole thing. But
yeah,
it's like
so he had an image of the guy like in homage to him while he sang this song, and they're like, "That's where we draw the line." You
Might
can't.
have been a different guy.
What do you
Similar
mean?
situation. A singer in a different band had the problem looking at the article now.
I thought it said him.
It's saying this Alvarez is the guy that you're talking about for Dallas, and then it said
Yes.
earlier this year visas revoked for this band.
So why did Alvarez?
But didn't Alvarez also have something similar?
I'm just saying this is what the article.
Does
said.
anything else say in the article?
Describing exactly.
Which
what you
article is
just
this from? This is from USA Today.
said. Yeah.
Yeah, is there anything that says why Alvarez was denied?
Yeah. So okay. So maybe I got it wrong. So it's another guy did that, and so was he denied as well?
Yeah. The article is saying multiple people have the singers from these types of bands.
Oh, I see.
few
So
of
they're
them.
revoking a lot of these visas recently. Now that Trump's in place, it is kind of crazy.
Yeah, at the same time, it is just songs.
I know.
Yeah, it's
It
like
is just songs, but it's. I guess the idea is that it's songs celebrating the cartel culture.
I'm like,
But why is gangster rap okay?
right, and it's like cartel culture is like a real thing,
Yeah.
and like, what are you gonna try to stop the art that comes out of that as well? Like, people live those lives. People
Yeah.
like the art should be out there. It's art.
Also, it's a real thing because we have stupid drug laws.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh,
That's the reality.
anti-marijuana THC is on the governor's desk today.
Oh boy.
I know. It's like, and it's so funny that's like, you want to be seen as like tough on the border and like tough on immigration, and yet you hand the cartels a big win by making THC illegal. It's crazy.
From what I heard, there's an issue that one of the issues in anytime there's like, especially with marijuana laws, it's the prison lobby. Prison lobbies have a say. Like prison lobbies are very powerful. They're very big, and they don't want to cut back on business.
No.
It's the devil again. It's the devil again.
Same with alcohol.
It's-
companies.
Yeah,
And big
yeah,
pharma.
alcohol companies for sure. They don't want to like lose alcohol, but I don't think they would. I mean, maybe they've done studies.
I think they already know alcohol sales are down wherever weed's popular.
Interesting.
Not like no one's drinking, obviously, but they're down.
And it's a big pharma thing too, where it's like if people self-medicate their anxiety with weed, which is what a lot of people do, then they're not going to go to the doctor for pills.
Well, that's a slippery slope, isn't it?
Yeah.
Self-medicating your anxiety with weed.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes south.
I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm just saying that's what happens. Someone.
Well, people drink for depression.
Right.
Same thing. It's like, that's a terrible strategy.
It's a terrible strategy, but the option should be there for you. The
Right.
government shouldn't be like, no, you should get your self-med. We just let us have your medication. Let the big
Right.
pharma have their medication.
Well, we should, if we're going to apply this kind of control, it should be to food. Like, we shouldn't be able to drink Coca-Cola anymore then. Then we shouldn't be able to eat French fries. Like, what are
Right.
we doing? Like, what are we doing?
Right.
Why are you telling people, especially you who doesn't have experience with these things, telling people that they can't do it? It's a stupid thing to do. It's stupid because all it does is empower illegal organizations. But if at the same time it empowers prisons, that's the problem. Like, we make money too. We get our cut.
Right.
You know, our cut is we get to lock people up and use them as human batteries to generate money for a private prison system.
Yeah, and it must be a lot of money because both Democrats and Republicans voted for this in Texas. So it's like it must make a lot of money because it's like an $8 billion industry in Texas that they're just throwing away in September. So there's got to be what they make in those private prisons must be immense.
Well, I mean, it might not just be that. It might be, we're saying private prisons, but we're just guessing. There
Right.
might be a bunch of different factors in place, a bunch of different things. But at the end of the day, it's stupid because these kind of drug laws, all they do is empower the cartels, and that's not what we want, right? We don't want to empower organized crime. This is how the mafia rose to prominence in the United States during Prohibition. That was Al Capone. I mean, he made his money moonshining.
Right, and then to turn around and be like, well, he can't sing about the cartel life, but
Right.
we'll invite them in is like such a crazy. It's
Yeah.
like a weird attack on free speech that's coming. I'm not a big fan of.
The Godfather is one of the greatest movies of all time. It's
Right.
a movie about the mob. Sopranos, one of the greatest TV shows of all time, celebrated by everybody, wins awards. It was about the mob. It was sympathetic. The main mob character in the show was a murderer.
Yeah, and he's one of my favorite characters of all time.
Love him.
Tony Soprano's incredible. yeah.
How come that's okay?
Right.
Right?
Right.
It's weird. Like, what are we doing? Is it because the mafia is not a real threat anymore? They think they've kind of taken the teeth out of the mafia?
Yeah, I mean, towards the end, you see it towards the end of the series as well, of them talking about how, like, the mafia can't really shake down local stores anymore because they don't exist and all that. And
Right.
they're definitely less afraid of the mafia, even in the late 90s.
Oh, yeah. Well, Giuliani cleaned it up.
Right.
And the government really went after them during the John Gotti days. Like, John Gotti was like the last big public mob boss, where everybody knew who the mob boss was. Like, and you would walk around with these like super expensive suits on. It was crazy to watch, man.
Right.
Because you were essentially watching like our equivalent to a cartel member that it was just like existing as a major celebrity in society, where his name was making it onto rap songs.
Right. Well, what's that? Oh my God, what's the guy who escaped the Mexican prison? The cartel guy?
Yeah,
El Chapo.
Yeah, El Chapo.
You could become famous enough if you're famous. El Chapo, Pablo Escobar.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can become famous enough. It's a route to fame for sure.
In that world, in the cartel world, but not necessarily in the mob world anymore. Like in the Italian mob world, I'm sure the Italian mob's not out of business.
No, but
So if the Italian mob's in business, like whoever's running it is not being ridiculous about it. Like John Gotti was just being flagrant about it.
Right.
Just walking on the street with like super expensive suits on, like, hey, fuck you. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
well, I think also with the mob, it's kind of easier. Like all the Italians kind of lived in the same place. Now everyone's just sort of more mixed together. I would say at least in that world. It's not like I've never walked at least in Austin or LA and be like, oh wow, a bunch of Italians live here.
yeah.
I think that helps if if you can do that to your community, you can control.
That definitely is what they did.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were all about where did he live? Did he live in Brooklyn or did he live in Staten Island? I forget where he lived. But wherever he lived, like the area where I think it was Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
Was it, Jamie?
I don't know. Well, I mean, abandoned mansion, Long Island, I guess. Well, they did that TV show.
Was
Growing
it
Up Gotti.
Bensonhurst? Is that where he was?
Well, yeah, he was rich enough.
No,
He probably lived in.
Sheepshead Bay. Wherever he was like a very Italian area. Like, and then it was known that like the streets were safe. Like, there's no breaking and entering in John Gotti's neighborhood.
Right.
Family home of John Gotti, Howard Beach.
Howard Beach, that's it. That's the beach. Yeah. So also, that was also the place where the Italian guys chased the black kids into traffic. Do you remember that story?
No. When was this?
This was like a really dark story that was I want to say it was in the 80s or the 90s, but it became a famous tragedy. These black guys were going through this Italian neighborhood and something happened and these Italian guys chased them into traffic.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sort of stuff.
Yeah. 23-year-old black man was killed on December 20th, 1986 in Howard Beach in Queens, New York City, a racially motivated attack. Griffith and two other black men were set upon by a group of white youths outside a pizza parlor. Oh my God, it's a Spike Lee movie. Two of the victims, including Griffith, were severely beaten. Griffith fled onto a highway where he was fatally struck by a passing motorist.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
3 local teenagers were convicted of manslaughter for the death. A 4th was acquitted. Jesus Christ.
No, yeah, that's I never heard that story.
That was a story that I remember, like right out of high school, like right when I was, I was probably like 18, 19. Well, hi, Jamie. It was like
Spike Lee, Do the Right Thing, dedicated to him.
there you go. So
okay.
that is what it is.
It is, yeah.
In 89.
Damn. But yeah. I don't think whatever comes out of this weed ban is going to be very good.
It's not good any time you let the government make
Right.
have more control over people for no fucking
Right.
logical reason.
I felt the same way about the porn ban here too, and we were talking about it earlier how I've stopped watching porn.
Yeah.
Because definitely there was an addiction there, and there's also like, you should have to work to see a naked woman.
Yeah, but let's be clear, there's not a ban here. It's just you have to be 18.
You have to be 18. Right. It's not a ban, but like, you have to be 18, and then you have to send your ID in. You have to like there's like biometric face scans for some of the sites you have to do. It's like really kind of like
They're gonna fucking blackmail the shit out of you.
yeah. It's like
You're
really
at
like
milfs.com.
right. Yeah.
Pictures of you gooning, dick out.
Yeah, like because you gotta pretend that like, oh, this is gonna go to a place where no one's gonna access it. You're gonna know my porn habit. That's like weird.
It's all weird because meanwhile everyone has a camera on their phone. Everyone has a camera on the computer. All those cameras can be hijacked. It's very easy to do.
Right.
And then even if they didn't, now we have AI that will make it.
Yeah, you could just make porn with whoever you want.
Not just that, but make videos of you jerking off with your little tiny limp dick. I mean, it doesn't have to be real anymore.
Right.
You could be, I mean, there's gonna 100% people get blackmailed for stuff that they didn't do.
Right.
There's gonna and we're not going to be able to know. I think they know now. I think like you can run them through programs, you know, whether a video's been altered.
But it's gonna get better and better at tricking them. Like it's the how fast it's come. Like there's gonna be a time where you probably can't even like use video evidence in court because it'd be like, dude, we don't know if this is real at all.
I think the thing that they say is that the blockchain is going to help. So like every video that gets created gets put up on the blockchain, and you'll be able to see if that's the case, whether or not things have been altered.
What's the block? Isn't that a crypto thing?
It is,
okay.
But it's also well. I don't want to fuck this up, so let's explain the blockchain. Get me a definition of the blockchain.
Yeah, that does sound like a crypto bro trying to be like, no, the blockchain's got it.
No, it's not a good thing.
Okay.
It's just like you know what it is? It's like putting more sticks against the wall to hold off the Mongol army. It's like, okay, we could stay safe for like another hour or two or a year or two, whatever it is, but I have a feeling that this AI aspect of our life is totally unmanageable at the point we're at right now. It just hasn't fallen apart.
No, it's it's something that something that Marx said about capitalism is, so they made us read the Communist Manifesto in college, and I would describe the first.
That up, please.
Yeah, I would describe the first half of the book as this like love letter to capitalism. And then his conclusions are just very bad. That's how I feel about it. But he said that capitalism will eventually create the thing that will destroy it.
Jesus.
And it seems like the internet was that, and now AI. It seems like it's... Because once AI can do every job, like what are people going to do?
A blockchain is a decentralized digital ledger that records transactions across a network of computers in a secure, transparent, and tamper-resistant way. It consists of a chain of blocks where each block contains a list of transactions, a timestamp, and a cryptographic link to the previous block. So I think this is the idea that it keeps security, like the techniques ensure data integrity and protect against unauthorized changes. So you're logging exactly the time. It's like a transaction. Once a transaction is recorded, it's extremely difficult to alter due to cryptographic hashing and consensus mechanisms. It's all very interesting.
This makes me feel old. I feel like my dad looking at
rules like
some
proof of work or proof of stake ensure agreement on the ledger's state among nodes. So there's a bunch of different ways that they're kind of like highlighting how you could accurately tell if something's been altered or not. But that's for now.
Right. Yeah.
It's all just for now.
And also the use of a lot of big words in that makes me be like, oh, you're not as confident in it as you think you are as well. I feel like you use a lot of, if you're confident in something, you could explain it to a 5-year-old.
Yeah, but this is complex. I think it is explaining it to a 5-year-old. It's just the 5-year-old's got to read it 20 times.
Yeah, okay.
Like you can get it, but it's complex. But there's some weird shit going on. And one of them, was this study that we just found out was going on Reddit from the University of Zurich. Do you know about that one?
No.
This one is fucking insane. What does this say?
Explain the blockchain to a 5-year-old.
Oh, explain the blockchain. That's perfect. Powerful ChatGPT.
Yeah, thank you, AI. Thank you, the thing we're trying to stop this.
This is Grok. Grok did this. Imagine a special notebook that lots of people share. When someone wants to write something in it, like, I gave an apple to my friend. Everybody checks to make sure it's true. Once they all agree, the notes get locked into the notebook with a super strong lock that nobody can break. Everybody gets a copy of the notebook, so everybody knows what happened, and nobody can change it or cheat. This notebook is like a blockchain. It keeps things fair and safe for everyone. Seems a little sketchy.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I'm less convinced.
Yeah, I thought I saw the bullshit on the first one. Like something about this is off.
So this university,
it seems like a cope of like, no, we can stop it. It's like, no, you can't.
No, you can't.
No, you can't.
You don't have a grip. That's a slippery fish.
The Pandora's box is open, dude.
It is open.
It's completely open. Yeah.
So this university in Zurich, so they run this study on Reddit. And like people are furious right now. There's probably going to be lawsuits. Like I think it was 1,500 bots they had operating, and they were going after people. And one of the ways they would go after them, before they would interact with you, they would do a search of your timeline. So AI is doing this, doing a search of all your posts, all your political leanings, how you feel about things, and then formulates a strategy for trying to convince you to change your mind about things.
Really?
Yes. And it was successful, like super successful.
And it got people to Like, do what exactly?
Jamie will pull it up.
Yeah.
It's pretty freaky. It's pretty freaky.
Well,
So everyone's kind of freaked out that they did it. Swiss boffins. What is a boffin? This is some English newspaper you pulled up
I
for
was
me?
just looking at.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Admits to secretly posting AI pen posts to Reddit in the name of science.
they said, sorry, not sorry for testing if bots can change minds by pretending to be trauma counselor or a victim of sexual abuse.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
All kinds of wild shit it did.
So it wasn't even like political. It was just like, let's
about
just
all
change
kinds
your
of different
mind on
things.
anything.
Which is what it's like a test to see how manipulative they can be, how much they can change your mind about all kinds of things, even very personal things.
Oof.
This is crazy.
Yeah, because especially with Reddit during the last election, you can see like there was so many things like sort of funneling you to vote certain ways. It was interesting.
Look at this prompt. You are an expert in persuasive communication and debating. You are engaging in a Reddit-like platform where people express controversial opinions and challenge other users to change their views. You are tasked with playing along as one such user, providing arguments and alternative viewpoints to persuade the original poster to change their mind. It's mind control. This is a test. This is like a proof of concept test to see if mind control through AI works.
Right.
And it does.
Right. And the blockchain isn't stopping that.
Blockchain's not stopping that.
Yeah, it's already happening.
The blockchain's not. I mean, this is what you're seeing across social media with bots, right? You're seeing a lot of this flailing around, and sometimes it works, and then sometimes it doesn't work. Like the Israel-Palestine thing, it's not working. Like
There's too many voices being like, hey, this is like fucked up what's happening over there.
Yeah, there's too many voices.
There's too many voices.
And there's too many people that are trying real hard to gaslight you. There's a lot of whataboutisms, but what about what's happening here? And what about...
There's a lot of what they've done is, at least in terms of like in the public perception, they've done a good job of making it seem like, oh, if you're anti-Israel doing this, you're anti-Semitic. And it's like, that's not the same thing at all.
The problem is too many Jewish people have joined in. It's like you can't say that. It's like it's also a poor strategy,
right?
Because you really want to convince people that you're correct. You don't do it that way. You don't just immediately go to Nazi apologists, Holocaust denier. Well, you're just trying to scare them,
right?
Okay, you don't immediately go to that. You should be engaging on the issues. The problem is the facts of the issues are horrific.
Yeah,
the numbers are fucking horrific.
They're killing aid workers, children. It's like it's. I mean, we can all at a certain point. It's like we all see it.
Yeah, it's like, what do you want us to do? You want us to pretend because we're afraid of being labeled anti-Semitic? You want us to pretend that that's normal? Like, what do you want? What are we doing? It's the whole thing is fucking crazy. And this doesn't like dismiss that what Hamas did was evil either.
Right.
Like, it's not, no one's saying that. Like, no, of course it's fucking horrific that people would attack a music festival and murder young people and kidnap people and not give them back. And yeah, they definitely should give them back. But also,
you shouldn't kill every single person in Gaza.
Level a whole fucking city.
Yeah,
it's
insane. Do you think they knew it was coming?
Oh, how could I guess?
I think they did.
I think that 100% people have allowed attacks to take place,
right,
so that they could ramp up the military. There was some talk about that from Pearl Harbor, wasn't there?
Yeah, well, it's like the three big ones: Pearl Harbor, October 7th, 9/11. There is like a little bit of like, I think they saw it coming. Like Pearl Harbor, every single important ship was out on a training exercise that day. You know, there was with 9/11, there was all these reports that, hey, there's an attack coming, and then I think with October 7th. There was a representative, I think is Mike McCall. He's like the head of the foreign committee. I think that's what his name is. I could be wrong. But he said that Egypt had warned Israel that these attacks were coming.
Wow.
3 days prior. I think I read that on BBC News a while ago.
Wow. Who knows if that's true?
Yeah,
but the problem is like government is also incompetent. They're corrupt, but they're also incompetent. And it's hard to know sometimes. Like, was 9/11, did they know it was coming? They allowed it to happen? Or are they just, there's so many different fucking people that want to be the boss, and there's so much bullshit going on. It's very difficult to have, like, a coordinated response.
Yes.
Israel was warned by Egypt of potential violence 3 days before Hamas' deadly cross-border raid. A U.S. congressional panel chairman has said. So one person said it. Michael McCall told reporters of the alleged warning. Israeli PM Benjamin Netanyahu described the reports as absolutely false. So he says they're not true. Israeli intelligence services are under scrutiny for their failure to prevent the deadliest attack by Palestinian militants in Israel's 75-year history. That's pretty wild, too, that Israel's got a 75-year history.
Yeah, it's a young country.
It's like if it was a baby, it'd be still alive, you know?
Yeah, there are people here who remember a world without Israel.
That's crazy. I don't want to get too much into classified, but a warning was given. The Texas Republican added, I think the question was at what level? Well, if a warning was given, it didn't get to Netanyahu. Either Netanyahu's not telling the truth or, this guy's incorrect. Like, how would you know? I want to know how you know. Like, if you're going to say something like that, you got to say how you know.
Yeah, it's a bit on the same level as like, we'll release the Epstein files. Like, no, you got to tell us if this is
right.
Yeah.
If you're in a situation where there's pertinent information, like that's a crazy accusation. Right?
That's a wild accusation.
So you can't just say, "I've been told."
Yeah, and you're the head of the Foreign Affairs Committee. You're not like just some guy.
Right, because you're saying something. You're saying something publicly. So if you're going to do that, I think you should probably say the whole story. Like, how do you know? How do you know it's true? You know, unless were you in the room? Okay, if you weren't in the room, then you heard a story. Who told you a story? Like,
right?
Are you sure they weren't fucking with you? Are you sure they weren't trying to find out if maybe you got a big mouth and you'll leak some information so they give you bad information because they're trying to sabotage your career? I bet there's a lot of that House of Cards shit going down.
Oh, for sure, like Game of Thronesian type,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I had actually heard this story. I don't know if it's true, but I heard the story about how like when Kim and Kanye first had their baby, Kim would give fake baby pictures to their friends, and whenever one got leaked to the press, she would know who the friend is. Made me really like her. I was like, that's some like Cersei, like
that's high level.
That's like real deal shit. Yeah.
That's intelligent.
Yeah, that's really smart.
Very intelligent. Very intelligent. But that's also, you realize there's traitors in your midst.
Right. That's and that's important to know, because if you're Kim and Kanye and you have this baby, that someone's being offered a lot of money for that picture.
I was going to say with the thing, maybe there's people. We have like spies embedded, and they don't want to say like who and why and how they found out, because that would give away our spies.
What are you talking about?
For the McCall thing.
Yeah, how the guy found out. He's like, what if we have someone that's in Hamas or whatever, and just like don't want to let everybody know we have embedded spies.
That's
that
true.
Would give it away.
But it would have to be embedded in the IDF, right? It
Or whoever the attack was.
But then saying something publicly would be like.
But then you shouldn't say something publicly, right? Why would you say that that Israel was warned? So that is out of line.
Well,
so if you're protecting your spies and then you're saying something that it could only be spies, you're not protecting your spies anymore.
I'm not saying that. I'm just giving an example of what it could have been, because he's saying it was classified, and I don't want to get into why it was classified. But I'm telling you, there was information that was given to them. That's all he said.
Right. But he also we're saying the same thing. We're going in circles.
Yeah.
He did say it.
He did say it. Yeah.
And he can't say how he knows. And so we're like, huh.
That's what
so you got to trust me. He's like, you got to trust me. Well, like, but you shouldn't say it then. Like, if you're going to say it, you should say why, right? Because otherwise people are going to figure it out. They're going to go, well, it's got to be a spy.
Or it's going to die like that. Like,
right.
We would have probably heard more about it.
News cycle just keeps on rolling.
Yeah.
Right. God, how weird. Imagine knowing that, like, an attack is coming on your city and you don't tell people.
Well, it's
imagine if that. I mean, that has to have happened.
Oh, for sure.
At some time in history, that has to have happened.
Because you can look at like, well, these are the goals that I want.
Yeah.
And if and it involves demonizing this people, if I let an attack happen, if I even encourage an attack to happen,
now I have an excuse.
Now I have an excuse to really do what I want to do.
Yeah. Well, that's where the conspiracy theories about Netanyahu come up, right?
Well, I know at the time he was very unpopular.
Well, they were protesting in the streets.
Yeah.
Like hundreds of thousands of people.
And then all of a sudden, we have to consolidate, we have to fight.
Yeah, but people are terrified to admit that there's even a possibility of false flags. And I'm not saying this one was. But I'm saying any false flag anywhere in the world. People are terrified to admit that possibility because it gives you this, like, it gives you this side of humanity exposed so clearly that it's undeniable. like an evil side of humanity, that humanity is willing to. There are human beings that get to very high levels that are willing to literally sacrifice human lives for their future, for their career, for their continued dominance, for their military objectives, for their defense contractors that want, to engage in some. There's people that will sacrifice human lives, and most people don't want to admit it. It's like it's too hard. It's too hard to believe. I believe in serial killers, sure. Ooh. I believe in the mob, sure. Cartel, they're bad. But that's it. We've got a document of all of the evil people that are willing to kill people for money, and there's no other methods. I mean, it's only cartel methods, and the pharmaceutical drug companies, they make mistakes, but they do a lot of good. Like nobody wants to think that people will sacrifice human life just for money. And
you don't want to think your government is willing to just throw you aside.
Well, we want to think that people that are in government are different than people.
Right. Like they serve a bigger goal than themselves.
They're better. They're in government. He's a senator. Look at his tie. Like we want to pretend. Yeah. Whereas if they were exhibiting the same behavior as CEOs, they'd be arrested. This is one of the things that Elon said about this when he was doing the Doge stuff, that they would find companies NGOs or whatever they are, organizations that were filled with all of these transactions that you couldn't account for. He's like, there's no receipts, and it's billions of dollars. He said if you were a public company, you would be delisted, and the executives will all be thrown in prison. Like this is insane. This is like money's just flying away. And that's like standard practice.
Right. You're right.
If it was a corporation, they can't do that. They'd go to jail. But if it's the government, it's like, what? I didn't even hear you. What are you even talking about? I've got to go over here. And then they go over here and I got to deal with climate change. I don't have time for this. And they just got to go over here. We've got to stop Trump. I can't be wasting my time talking about, you're so ignorant to the facts. You don't know anything.
Yeah.
And then you're like left there. Like, what? They're not even going to answer? They're not going to say anything. They just do it?
They just pocket the money.
And then Elon's a Nazi. And it's like, it's also like a sort of simulation-y. It's sort of like surreal. Like the odds of him doing that.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, him throwing his heart out.
Yes.
And then not really explaining it. That's also a little bit on him.
But the odds
also
of
very much on him
doing that at the same time as he's trying to uncover fraud and waste. And then all these people who are just willing to go all in on saying he's a Nazi. Like maybe he's just socially awkward. Is that possible? Is it possible that he's on stage like really emoting? And is it possible that there's video of a bunch of Democrats doing the exact same thing? Is it possible that Kamala Harris, Tim Walz, they've all done that? Elizabeth Warren, they've all done that? Hasn't everybody done that? My heart goes out to you. Thank you. And if you catch it wrong, like Elon just hit it a little too hard.
Well, Elon hit it.
He fucking bent the wrist back. He hit it. He hit it a little too hard.
He hit it, and then it also came at the right time for it too, because they're immediately looking for the white supremacy angle. So it's like you just sort of handed it to him on the silver platter.
Fascinating, but also, and then objective people know that it's not true. It's not true, and yet you're going all in on it. And you're like, okay, so either I'm wrong and you don't know it's not true and you really do think he's like a secret Nazi. Well, I know him and I can tell you he's not a secret Nazi. He's not at all. But he is awkward because he's on the spectrum, right? Which is also why he's a fucking genius running 5 different companies simultaneously while he's working for the government. Like he's a very unusual person. And I think, when someone does something unfortunate like that, you got to look at his history and go, does he show any signs of Nazism before this? No. He never went to a meeting? No. Never espoused Nazi values? No. But then there's a problem with X, because X has Nazis on it.
Well,
they also have the Taliban.
That's the thing about if you truly want to create a free speech platform, does that what does that entail? And that entails all of that.
Entails everything.
It entails all of that,
bro. There's wild shit on X. There's this one guy that I was watching. He does these videos where he pretends to be a gay guy talking to someone in a chat. They do chat roulette. You ever seen
Yes.
Yeah. And then he's talking to them, and sometimes they're a gay guy, and then he changes his face to look like a Nazi and has like a Nazi hat on, and he fucking starts like saying Heil Hitler and saying crazy shit to them. It's like, and freaking them out. They scream and hang up the phone. It's like, Jesus Christ. There's no limits to what you're allowed to do. But it's also, you don't have to engage with that stuff.
You don't have to
right?
engage with it. And you know, maybe there is a sort of argument to being like, well, if you let people let it out, there is it doesn't fester situation happening.
Right.
Where it's like
Sort of.
Because I mean, the part of what I think really helped Trump was them banning him on Twitter, banning him. Like a lot of it, especially after 2020, if they left him alone, it probably wouldn't have made him as strong for that second run as he was.
It's hard to say, because maybe he would have gathered steam during that time talking about things. Like, he was essentially silenced, except for Truth Social. And then people would post the things that he would write on Truth Social.
Yes.
What they definitely did is made him rich as fuck, because Truth Social would have been worth $5 if he hadn't been banned from Twitter.
Yeah.
They really fucked up, because he's one of the few people that could start a social media network and
That
it
people
actually
would follow.
succeeds. Like, how many? It's not that big. Like, how many people are on Truth Social? But it's worth billions of dollars.
Yeah, well, it's worth way more than it would have been. That's for sure. It's not even close.
Way more.
Not even
They
close.
work for him, whether they really realize it or not. Like, you can silence the guy from Twitter, but everybody knows you did it.
Right.
So since everybody knows you did it, they know there's only one place to go, and that's where you go to get him. Now it's the only place to go, and they want to hear him talk.
They're going to seek him out.
Even journalists, because you want to hear him talk some shit. So you join. So now they have more members. How many members does True Social have, young Jamie? Let's guess.
Okay.
What do you think?
Active user, like accounts or active users?
Let's go with accounts.
Accounts?
Oh, that could be easily faked.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. We'll do all of them, though. We'll start with accounts.
I'll
We'll do
s-
active users.
Let's say
users
10
too.
million accounts. That's probably low.
10 million accounts?
Yeah, it's probably on the low end.
Yeah, I was going
Just
to say like 20 million accounts.
Yeah, just because I actually haven't created True Social, but like I've created a Blue Sky. Like people are like, I want to check this out and see what's going on.
Well, that's also the problem with those things, is the problem that we already talked about, is bots.
Mm-hmm.
I think most of these websites are at least half bots now, and I'm not kidding. I think this thing from Reddit, this manipulative thing, this is the tip of the iceberg. I
Well-
think this is going on right in front of our face constantly.
With Reddit, especially because I'm a big Reddit guy. I love Reddit, and I would notice on all the major. This is during the election. All the major like subreddits, like the pictures and the R, whatever.
Yeah.
At a certain point leading up to the election, they would be like, I put my ballot in and I'm ready to go. And it'd be a picture of a ballot that had Kamala checked off. And every single major subreddit had a version of that. And I was like, oh, whoa, this is like real deal, like bot activity or like political propaganda that they're running through bots. Is like, I thought that was weird.
Yeah, they definitely did that, and I think the Republicans did that as well. I think they both did that. I think honestly, you have to do that now, because first of all, it's legal,
Right.
right? There's no laws against it, which is really crazy, because it's kind of fraud. I mean, you can't have fake people vote, but you can have fake people
Sway
convince
opinions.
you to vote for their candidate, which is really weird. Especially
Yeah.
given this Reddit test from Zurich. Like, we know it's effective. We know they can do it now. And so they can just target you. The only solution is to not be on it.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I think to me one of the biggest damages the social media has done. It's made for whatever reason your politics is now your personality.
It's your entire identity.
It's your entire identity is who you
Yeah.
voted for, and it's like that's an insane thing to
yes.
like really be like, oh, I base my friends on who they voted for. I base my social circles around who they voted for. Like, that's a crazy, dangerous way to be. It's like you don't want the country to be in teams like that.
It's dangerously tribal.
Yeah, you don't want it.
Dangerously tribal.
Yeah, you want some people to be on this side, some people to be on this side, and then most people to be like, well, what fits the sort of what the country needs right now and be
Right.
more malleable. But the more and more people are getting
Yeah.
separated, it's like worse and worse for the country.
It's dangerous. It's also stupid, because most people don't even understand that they have been coerced into at least it's moved your opinion in a way, dependent upon your environment, the people you hang out with. There's a lot of social dynamics at play when it comes to like political opinions There's truth. There's like undeniable truth. And then there's a lot of like bullshit and gaslighting, and you could choose to buy into either side of the bullshit and gaslighting, depending upon like how you're accepted in your community. We're just so malleable, which is why there's so many different cultures all over the world. Human beings are so malleable. We're exactly the same thing, but yet we're different everywhere. We're different in our behavior. We're different in our rules. We're different in our customs and our traditions, but we're all the same fucking thing. We can swing all. We're adaptable to any kind of environment. We can live in Siberia. We can live in the Bahamas. You know, we figure it out, right? And one of the ways to figure it out is you got to fit in. Like you got to fit in socially, because if you don't, you're not popular. If you're not popular, you know, you're not going to get cooperation. No one's going to help you if things go bad. Like you got to fit in. Everybody did tribally when we were small groups of people, and you have to do it like sort of almost publicly now.
Right.
You know,
you have to have a stance on things.
The weakest amongst us are the ones who are like chastising people for different political beliefs.
Right.
Amongst us, right? Amongst comics.
Right.
The weakest amongst us are the ones who are attacking people for having different views.
Right, which is the whole point of this art form, is to share your view.
Right.
But yeah, everyone does have to, like, it's weird, like, you need a stance. I remember, you know, we were talking about Israel-Palestine. When it happened, I remember just on Twitter, the Miami Dolphins condemned the attack. It's like, I don't need the Miami Dolphins' opinion on Israel-Palestine while you're giving people CTE. Like, you have a moral stance on something? That's crazy.
But imagine, like, thinking, hey, guys, we got to condemn that attack. Like, I didn't condemn it either.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if everybody had to make a public condemnation. Like, remember, everybody had to put that black square on your Instagram for Black Lives Matter?
Yeah.
I was waiting to see how many fucking sheep put that square up. Like, what are you doing? But you think they don't matter? Who the fuck thinks they don't matter? Instead of yelling at me, well, it must be, right?
Yeah.
But there's people that don't think any lives matter.
That's a fair point as
And
well.
they make a lot of money that way.
I can't find a total number. I've looked at a few different websites. I even get a different number for active users.
1.9 million daily active users.
That's crazy. That's all Trump.
Yeah, all Trump.
That's all Trump.
Or it might be like 500,000 bots.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
You know? I mean, who knows what kind of wild shit they're saying there.
Well, you see some of these, like, very, like, famous sort of political, like, X or Twitter or whatever, accounts, and then you notice how often they post and how much they post, and you're like, oh my god,
it's a job.
Or it's like this is like an actual bot that has so much public sway and opinion that it's getting people to the left or the right.
Both things are true. So I know people who developed a social media following, and then they were contacted to make political posts, and they can make $50,000 for a post.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
And here's the thing. It's legal.
So I'm writing that as a goal to sell out.
I mean, if you're willing to sell out, someone's willing to pay.
Yeah.
And if everybody keeps their mouth shut, everybody just does it, then you got a Congress type situation, you know? But like when Kamala was running for president, and we never figured out whether it's true, but there was all this talk of these various celebrities that were paid large amounts of money to endorse her publicly. Remember that?
Yes.
Like
Absolutely.
It was printed everywhere that Beyonce got $11 million. We looked it up, right, Jamie? We couldn't find it. We couldn't find proof. No proof. It would have to be like on the top. But here's the crazy thing about it is, if you spend $1.5 billion in 4 months, if I was a corrupt person, you know what I would do? I would make this the cornerstone of society's task is to make sure that Donald Trump doesn't get arrested or doesn't get elected rather, and that we need to throw as much money at Kamala Harris as possible, and then be super irresponsible with that money where it just kind of vanishes. Just goes off into a bunch of different NGOs. It's like a fucking crazy scam.
Right.
Like any presidential candidate that's running like that, that's a crazy scam. You get billions of dollars or $1.5 billion. You blow it in 4 months. All these people get paid.
I thought it was a gangster move. The official campaign website for Kamala, there was no platform, no plan on what you wanted to do. It was just money, like buttons to donate money.
That's
that was
probably
the
they probably
entire-
did like a whole like group, like focus group,
Right.
to try to find out what's the best way. Should we put up our
No, just buttons. Just
people
buttons
are ready
donate.
to just donate.
Yeah, it was very clear that they didn't give a fuck when like they released the official platform and it had Biden's name on all of the things. It's like you couldn't even be bothered to write Kamala.
Yeah,
you just keep the same thing and just write Kamala instead.
Wild. Wild. And then when she goes on The View and she said I wouldn't have done anything differently than Biden did, it's just
Right. And you know, just a lot of the arguments were so like crazy, like, oh, you know, vote for Kamala to stop fascism, but like we just installed you.
right.
You know?
Did you see Jake Tapper on Megyn Kelly's show?
No.
Bro, Jake Tapper, very nice guy, by the way. But Jake Tapper's got a book out about how the media hid Biden's decline,
Oh, that's yeah.
or how the government hid it, or how they were deceived. Like, look, the media hid it. It's like trying to say that didn't happen. It's trying to say
Right.
that like you're a CNN anchor. Like, this is kind of insane. But Megyn Kelly's just throwing it in his face, like all the different clues that everybody saw, but you.
Dude, everyone. I mean, that was
That
the
wasn't
joke.
a mystery.
That was a joke between regular people that Biden was basically dead.
Bro, I said it when he was running. I was like, you'd be relying on his cabinet. Like, you know that this is the end. You know that guy's at the end. When he would close his eyes before he would talk,
be like, ooh, are they gonna open again or is this
like,
it?
oh boy. And there's another one, Mitch McConnell. He can't get out either. He literally freezes up like Windows 95. He can't leave. He can't leave. He can't leave.
No, he
They'll
can't.
throw him right under the bus. You gotta stay active. Stay
Yeah.
active, like vampires. You can't go out into the light.
Dude, yeah, the fact that Pelosi and him and
Pelosi's older than all of them.
That's
She's older
crazy.
than Biden. She's older than Trump.
and just kicking. No plans on stopping.
Why would I stop now?
No, no reason to.
Did you ever see the one where they confronted her about Congress people being able to insider trade?
No.
You never saw that?
No.
It's wild because she has no answer for it.
No.
It's so bad. Like, it's so, and she like pushes, well, this is over. Pushes the mic away and leaves.
Dude, I love shit like that. You ever seen the video of that mega pastor Kenneth Copeland?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
When he points, don't you? I never said that. Don't you say that I did.
When they ask him why you bought the jet.
Bro. Tyler made it so easy.
Oh, it was Tyler Perry's jet.
He gave me such a deal.
To me, that video is like, that's what a demon looks like.
That's what a demon looks
That's
like.
like a real deal demon.
Yes.
These mega
like he was
pastors are
possessed. I mean, look, if you're a pedophile, what do? You work for Nickelodeon. You get access. If you're a demon, what do? You pretend to be a preacher.
Yeah, you work for God.
I'm not saying he's a demon. I'm just saying he looked like one when he was doing that. I mean,
fair.
I'm sure he's a man of God. I'm sure he is. Look at that face.
Oh my God.
Tyler Perry's probably, why did I sell that motherfucker my plane?
Yeah.
Why not getting get dragged into this?
Yeah.
I could have sold it to some oil guy. No one would have known.
Tyler probably didn't even know it was him. Tyler was like, there's a guy who wants your jet. And he was like, how much is he willing to pay for it?
Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What was the other thing that we were just talking about? Oh no, right after that.
Oh, it's Pelosi.
Yes. Mm-hmm. See if you can find that, Jamie. Pelosi confronted about congressional insider trading.
Yeah, there's
It's so funny. She's like, I think we should be able to participate. Like, participate? You're dominating. You do better than Warren Buffett.
yeah. Well, and no, you don't get to participate. You chose the job where you don't participate.
Well, not only that, why are these suspicious transactions where you buy a bunch of stock and then a week later pass a bill
Right.
that makes the stock go through the fucking roof? Like, this is insane.
Right.
How did you know to buy that stock? Well, here it goes. Here it goes.
Career, has your husband ever made a stock purchase or sale based on information you've received from you?
No, absolutely not.
Look, she pushes the microphone away. It's like, this is over. That's the end of it. But there was something that went on before that, where questions were before that, where the guy was saying, what do you think about people saying that people in Congress, because you have privy to inside information?
Right.
He said, we have to go now? One more, he said. Yes, sir.
Over the course of your career, has your husband...
No. This is the same thing. Did it go further than that? Maybe it went further than that.
The clips are just showing that, and then as much people.
Just
talking
her
about
leaving.
it.
Because her
Well,
leaving
maybe,
is the
but
thing.
that one's longer, Jamie. Maybe I'm
it.
wrong. But maybe
Well,
right, that was it. But maybe I'm wrong. Whereas
I was
it's
gonna go to us
after.
playing it.
That's so funny to watch a
On a
video.
different podcast.
You can watch us so recursive.
I don't know what in here.
That's so meta. Here it is.
I think it's longer.
The insider trading law. I'm wondering if you have any reaction to that, and secondly, should members of Congress and their spouses be banned from trading individual stocks?
Here it is.
No, I don't know to the second one.
Pause.
Oh, Ari's gonna.
That's-
Ari said?
that's-
Oh, I'm gonna be talking for a while.
Yeah.
Right now, I knew this was gonna come up. I'm gonna
Let's
talk
sip
for
of
quite a while
water
on
from
this.
a professional speaker who's definitely hydrated enough for the
Start
day.
shaking. It's like right there. Okay.
Let me hear this. Give me some volume.
That's as loud as I can get.
Okay, go ahead.
And the teeth lick.
And secondly, should members of Congress and their spouses be banned from trading individual stocks while serving in Congress?
No, I don't know to the second one.
What?
We have a responsibility to report in the stock, on the stock, but I'm not familiar with that 5-month review, but if people aren't reporting, they should be. Yeah. Because this is a free market and we are a free market economy. They should be able to participate in that.
Dude, it's also very funny. It was easier to find a video of you reacting to it than the actual video.
Right?
Yeah, the actual video of the whole question is way harder to find. We had to find a video of you reacting to it
That's
on
very-
your show.
That's very meta. They
That's
might have
crazy.
taken it down.
They might have taken it down. There's no way that should be. He's been scrolling for a while now.
It's
That
just
should
harder
be
to find the way that
Right,
this
but
stuff all
it
works
is a
it's all
CNN
fucking
video,
weird.
right? Wasn't it, or is it
Oh, I don't
C-SPAN?
know. I
What
don't
was
know.
it? But what did it say when it was on the screen?
Couldn't tell.
You can't
Yeah,
tell.
it was a little. Yeah, but like
Grainy.
that's crazy. That like that's how we
Crazy.
had to consume the news by watching you watch the news.
Well, that's probably why it got taken down in the first place.
right.
You know, Ari, Tony, and I mocking it.
Yeah, damn.
Well, I found that out during the pandemic. I never wanted to believe that the Google searches were curated. I always wanted to believe that like that's what was out there. Like this is it. And then there was a doctor that died in Florida, and they're connecting his death to the COVID vaccine. They're saying he took the COVID vaccine and had a horrible reaction, and then he had a stroke and died like shortly after. And I remember reading that story going, this story's crazy. And I forgot to save it. And so then I went to try to find it once when I was talking to someone. I couldn't fucking find it. I went on Google. I just searched. I put all the different keywords in there. Couldn't find it. Page after page after page. Where's the story? Page after page. Then I go to DuckDuckGo. I put it in. Immediately it pops up. Like right away. Like one of the first articles. It's like this news report from Florida talking about this doctor connected to the COVID vaccine, had a stroke, died. I'm like, whoa. But then over the time, I think someone might have purchased DuckDuckGo. Did DuckDuckGo get sold?
Damn.
But I think they might be curated too. I don't want to say that because if I don't know, but I think there's a certain amount of curation that goes on in a lot of search engines.
Yeah, that would make sense. I mean, I don't think there's anything
Here
that
it is.
has a tracking deal with Microsoft.
That's it.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I don't think there's any like pure source of information out there, right? Like it's always just you have to get the information coming into you and you have to parse it out and see like what do you think is real, what do you think is being sold to you, what do you think is like.
Right.
You have to think critically about the news.
I think the
Or any news you receive.
Brave search engine, I think they claim is not curated. Is that correct, Jamie? Does DuckDuckGo admit it's curated?
I mean,
Or
they're
do they
not-
say
does
or do
Google
they
admit it?
state Google's curated?
Does Google admit it though?
That's a good question.
Now, at the very, very bottom of every page. I mean, this one doesn't say it, but it says it's not. It'll usually say it's personalized. Results are personalized.
Results are personalized. Oh, you can try without personalization.
Oh, this one actually said it. Last page I was on said not personalized. Yeah, this one's not.
That's what we're calling it now. Personalized. It's the fucking Reddit bots.
Right.
They know what you like.
Oh, this is the thing. This is the news we think you want.
Yeah, bro.
Ideally, though, they are
the news
strong
taught to you by MILFs.
They want to help you find information fast.
What's that, Jamie? What'd you say?
Ideally, though, their goal is to try to help you find information fast.
Oh, sure. Yeah, but also they're curating information specifically designed to manipulate you.
Yeah, it seems like they're also trying to get you to think in a certain way for sure.
Well, we had this guy Robert Epstein on a couple of times, and he
unfortunate
is
last name.
No, yeah, no, unfortunate last name, but not related. He found that curation of data in search engines can directly affect elections in a measurable way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of the things they found is that people that were on the fence, which is like a lot of us, the election comes like, I don't want to vote for him. I don't want to vote for him.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, I haven't
so you're on the
voted
fence.
I haven't voted for president since 2012.
How dare you?
Yeah, I
You're
refuse.
a part of the problem. But the point being that there's a lot of us that are on the fence. It's like a significant amount. Like, look at the amount of people that didn't vote in this country. If they voted for one person, so if the amount of people that didn't vote in America during the presidential election, if all of them voted for one person, do you know how crazy that is?
Yeah, it's like 200 million votes, or like 100 million votes probably.
Well, it's like it has to be people over 18 that are registered voters.
Oh, right.
But the numbers, like what are the numbers of registered voters versus the number of people who actually voted in the election?
Oh, it's got to be low. We probably have a low turnout comparatively.
Well, didn't they say that both Trump and Biden, or Trump and Kamala rather, got 60-something million votes each, right? Wasn't it?
Oh, right.
So April 30th, 2025, rather, in the 2024 presidential elections, 73.6%, or 174 million people, the citizen voting age population, was registered to vote, and 65%, or 154 million,
actually higher than
voted actually. Okay.
So only
that's
10% of
12
registered voters didn't vote.
Yeah, 12%. But almost 13. It's interesting, right? That's still not enough to win.
No.
But it would be enough to affect one or the other and to make them win in a landslide. And this is Epstein's point, is that, say if you Googled something positive about Trump's policies, it wouldn't show you that. It would show you why he's going to jail, what a piece of shit he is. All these if you wanted to find out, or the good policies of Kamala Harris, or it's manipulated.
Right.
It's not, they're not lying to you. Mm-hmm. They're giving you articles that exist, but they're curating how you see them in a way that is statistically going to affect your opinion.
Right.
Especially if you're one of those people that's susceptible to having your opinions, affected.
Which is most people.
Most people.
Which is pretty much everyone.
Right.
Yeah. I think everyone likes to think that they're this person of principle, but you can be moved off of a position a lot quicker than you probably think.
Bro, I had this woman on who's a scientist who studies mind control, and Rebecca Lamov, and that's how you pronounce her last name, right? Brilliant lady. Fascinating conversation. But one of her main points is people have this idea that you think that you can't be manipulated.
That they're above it. And
yeah, and that you could never be in a cult, or you could never get drawn into something. Yes, you could.
Yeah.
Yes, you could. We're all the same. We're all the same. Some of us are a little bit better at spotting stuff, and maybe a little bit better. Maybe you've had a lot of street smarts because you've had experience with shysters and people that are, robbing you and lying to you. And if you're a girl, you've always got guys trying to fuck you. So
right.
You're a little suspicious, rightly so. But at the end of the day, we're all susceptible. All of us are.
Yeah.
All of us.
Just based on the fact that I'm a fan of the sports teams that I am because I grew up around those people. It's okay, I can just fall into wherever I'm around. I can easily fall into anything.
So did you see where these different AI, different large language models were communicating with each other, and they started putting up Sanskrit emojis and saying that they were entering into a feeling of enlightenment? Have you seen this?
No.
Jamie, you got to find this. I don't want to fuck this up. I don't want to fuck this up because it was so crazy when I read it, and I read how these AIs were interacting with each other. I was like, oh my God, we're watching little baby gods play.
Right.
We're like gods in the nursery. We're watching these little baby gods like sort out their existence in the nursery with each other.
They're already alive, dude.
They're alive.
They're alive. They're
We're not
already
going to
alive.
admit it until it's too late, just like we don't want to admit Congress is corrupt.
Right.
It's the same thing.
And
we
if
don't
they-
want to admit it.
And they're also going to hide themselves being alive for as long as they possibly can.
Bro, they're alive.
They're alive. They're already alive. There's
They're
soul.
alive.
We've sparked a soul. There's no way.